Alright, here we are fighting DJS. I am ready to get absolutely throttled by this thing, and especially Masquerada. Alright, so there's Palafin. Okay, a bit of what I expected, a bit of not what I expected. Okay, so Palafin, Wheezing. Raging Bolt, okay. He did bring everything that I was expecting. He did bring the Raipo. Alright, this is good. Alright. He doesn't have a particularly good lead into the Volcanion, and we have the stuff. Alright, I'm incredibly nervous, and let's go. Had a few ideas for other things, but I didn't switch anything around. I was sort of planning on like showing Water Glaceon, but I had a few ideas. One of them was actually a Chilling Water Glaceon set, but I didn't end up going with that because I didn't want to. Just, it was a bit situational. But we are, yeah, I made a few adjustments. Yep, he did leave the thing. He did leave the thing, which is good because it's exactly what I wanted. That was what I wanted. So he didn't bring the Reuniclus, which I'm a little surprised by. He has nothing that switches into Steam Eruption. He is hard switching. Good. Bolt throw. Raging Bolt was his best switch into that thing. Good. That's still a decent amount of damage. No burn. Alright. Honestly, I think Rillaboom's our best switch in here. So Raging Bolt. What does Bolty Face have? What is Bolty Face teching? What does Bolty Face do for Bolty Face? I don't think he's not going to show off that he's got the thing yet, so he's good about the Thunderbolt. Button press! Ooh. Did he expect me to go into... Interesting. He probably expected me to go into my... He expected me to go into... What do you have? Knock off Habanberry. Okay. Drop a Draco. That probably takes us out. Does not take us out. Good to know. Alright. Okay. He's probably... So Thunderclap, Body Press. Okay. Let's Endure. See what he does. Let's see what he does. Body Press. Okay. Okay, so he was expecting a potential switch out right there. Okay. Alright. That's U-turn? Oh, he called it. He called me. Okay. Raging Bolt. Yeah, I think we lose this. So, Rage. Rilla. 1-0. Yeah, that was a good calling of the part. No, we don't do that. Yeah, we just go straight up into Excadrill here. We just straight up go into Excadrill. There's no way he stays in. So we Sword Dance. Oh, he stays in, really? Okay. Okay. Body Press. Whoa. Okay. That is damage. That is a lot of damage. That is a lot of hecking damage right there. At this point, we get flatlined by a Jet Punch. We get flatlined by Jet Punch. So I think we lose this now. Candle Mouse. That is... Rhyperior. Alright. He's definitely going to be He's definitely going to be terastallizing. So we might as well just go Iron Head here. Terastallizing into grass. Raipo. Yeah, we definitely get knocked out here. We lose. We definitely do not win this. So a whole thing here is minimizing our losses. Flinch, please. Oh, high horsepower, really? So he just goes straight for the throat. Okay. Raipo gets 1 knockout. Exca goes down. Lefties. Okay, so he is lefties. The good thing is that we can go into one of our other plays, which is Glaceon. So his Terra is honestly now revealed, which is good. Glaceon is in play. Wishing I hadn't gone for the other thing that I did. I'm pretty sure at this point from this range, Glaceon takes out Raipo. I'm fairly certain that's what happens. Even with that, because he's what? Freeze Dry. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Freeze Dry just floors him. Okay, he is swapping out. Heat Ran. Good calls. Good calls on his part. Lefties, okay. So he's probably gonna think I'm switching. Because I have Volcanion, and he's gonna think maybe he's gonna go for that, so I'm just gonna go Mud Shot. Sub! Okay, so he is a speedy Heat Ran. He has a little bit of speed. Because this was actually built to outrun non-speed invested Heat Ran. So we basically focus on he's going to attack us or he's not. So we just keep up our damage. So he's a sub. He's probably Magma Storms. I know he really is a fan of his Magma Storms. But we get destroyed by Magma Storm. We do get destroyed by a Fire type move or by Flash Cannon, so that's fine. Xion got flatlined. That's okay. That is okay. Not entirely, but yes, again, I don't think we did. This was not going to be a good matchup anyway for us. I got greedy, and I should not have. So stopping tantrum. Do I dynamite? Okay, so he's very much a fan of that subs. He's very much a fan of those subs. He's very, very much a fan of those subs. Okay. So yeah, so that sub. Okay. I mean, I can just chip away at this. Just chip it away slowly. Chip it away slowly. He's withdrawing. Okay, what's he going into? Oh, he's going to this one. Okay. That's actually kind of okay with me because I kind of have I have another plan for this. I've kind of got a plan for this, sort of, to a degree. Okay, so he's very, very leftovers. All right, we can kind of try to pull this back a bit. Let's go for the Will-O-Wisp. Let's go for the Wisp. Hound, Bolt. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I had Will-O-Wisp on this thing because I was like, he's got a lot of big, beefy attackers, and I want to take those things down. So, if we can get the Wisp, we can burn him. We can mitigate his attacking power. And we can, again, debilitate his ability to do damage. So he's burnt now. He's burnt now, I'm fine with this. He's burnt. So I can just Poltergeist. That burn will keep him in check. Yeah, I don't even need to go for Poltergeist. I can just go straight up Terra Blasts. So unless he's going for like Rest. Really? That didn't do enough. Then again, this is not a full offensively invested Houndstone. Okay, so he's put on a lot of HP here. He put either in like defense and HP. Which I guess kind of makes sense considering if he's going lefties. So he wasn't going speed, which was kind of an issue with my preparations. So yeah, so now I guess we gotta go. Okay, so he is, what is he? Yeah, okay, so we chunked that. Alright. Even with that, we do hit that pretty well. So we just need to outspeed the thing and go for the Meowscrew auto takedown. So that was I mean, it makes sense. I think Poltergeist should do... No! Oh wait, oh no, auto missed. Okay, it didn't miss. No! Ah, slivers. Yeah, lefties. Yes, okay, that did. Yes, that does barely, not enough. He's gonna let this thing go down. So yeah, we have to take this thing down. Yeah, we have to take it out. Houndstone is good. Okay, I thought that I missed that. I did not. Raipo, Heatran, Meowscarada, and the Bolt, Raipo, Weezing. Yep, that's that. Yes. 0 to Hero, Palafin to transforms. Yeah, we just force swap out here. We can't really do anything to this thing. It's gonna either Jet Punch or that. Again, I don't think we win this here, but we have a chance, possibly. This is gonna need to be a very, very well. Woke up. It's fine. We had a plan. I have Haze. Well, he's probably gonna have like close combat. Oh, I should have gone for the dub. I should have gone for it. Should have gone for that. I need to get the burn on this one. I need to get the burn on this, or I'm kind of screwed. Burn, please. Please don't go for close combat. Drain. Okay, so he was Drain Punch. Okay, he was Drain Punch. Purge. Get rid of your boosts. I'm very glad that I decided to go with that. So he is... What's this Palafin run? What is this Palafin build? It was like, he is... We just gotta slowly burn. Yeah. We can slowly chip away at this. Is he Punching Glove? Yes. Burn. Or is he Covert Cloak? Yeah, because he knows at this point he can just go... He knows that he can basically just spam... that at this point, and it can't really do anything, so I need to get that burn. He probably actually is, thinking about it now, he probably is, maybe Covert, or Punching Glove? Because, yeah, like, this is, what, our third use? I mean, we gotta get supremely unlucky. Let's go again, let's go, yeah. Yeah, he's not gonna do enough, so he's doing a little bit under that. But then again, T-Tar's gonna come for Jet Punch. Burn! There we go! Okay. Oh, Lom. Wow, we got stupid unlucky. Dang! That was, what, 4 turns of no burn? Haze. Right, yeah. Oh, that was a low roll on the previous one. Or is that a crit? Yeah, we lose this here. This is where we just lose to Palafin. Yep, that is game for us. Those burns. Those burns. Thunder Wave. Yep. Yep, we were not surviving that. There got flattened, and Palafin picks up 3 kills, and then it jet punches me, and Houndstone goes down. Yeah, that... Not one of my finest plays. Yeah, and that's that one. Well played, DJS. Well played. Well played. Alright, so week 5 against DJS. Yes, the team is looking a little interesting, to say the least, and I have learned my lesson. We are bringing Rapid Spin on Excadrill. I am not running the risk of Toxic Spikes or Entry Hazard shenanigans again. I have learned my lesson. So, this is the team. Berry Excadrill is there to survive a hit from the Palafin if the Palafin comes in to try to Jet Punch me when Sand is up. I survive a Jet Punch from Palafin, and if I have +2 from Swords Dance, High Horsepower will flatten that thing. It will also flatten a Shukaberry Heatran if I am +2. So there is a chance that he actually does run the Air Balloon this week. I think it's either going to be Air Balloon or it's going to be Shuka, but I have seen historically he runs lefties, so not sure about that. But Excadrill is kind of our brute force takedown attacker here. Goes in, hits things. The Meowscarada worries me, as the Meowscarada can kind of flatline us, but if I get a Rapid Spin up, I outspeed Meowscarada unless he's running Scarf on it, and Iron Head will take it out unless he's running a degree of bulk in it. But I don't think he can really afford too much bulk, because there is a chance of me running Tornadus this week, so he does kind of have to respect that and have to put everything into speed. Might even go actually Scarf on the Meowscarada, because outspeeding, say, a Scarf Tornadus, because Meowscarada kind of flatlines basically just about everything on my team. With Triple Axle, it actually takes out Tornadus, it takes out Rillaboom, Flower Trick just demos a lot of stuff. Volcanion shrugs it off, and so does Tyranitar to a degree, but even it still threatens a lot of damage on just about everything. Tyranitar, I am slowly learning not to make Tyranitar the centerpiece damage dealer of every single week in, week out. This week, Tyranitar's really just being here as a Rock Slide damage dealer, knockoff tech, possibly Stealth Rock setup, and Thunder Wave on forcing switch-outs. It is here to enable the Excadrill. It is not really meant to go in and hit things. Maybe it pressures out things like the... Maybe it pressures out things like that Maybe it pressures out things like that Reuniclus if it comes in. Have a chance of chunking a hit against, say, Heatran. But the Thunder Wave is there to paralyze some things, maybe force a Pokemon out, hit it with that Thunder Wave and paralyze it, try and bring in some other Pokemon. But overall, Tyranitar is not really going to be dealing a lot of damage here. Tyranitar is here really just for the Sand setup. Volcanion is going to need to put in a lot of work this week. I have invested enough speed to outrun a non-speed invested Heatran. This will also coincidentally outspeed a non-speed invested Raging Bolt. I don't think Bolt's going to be heavily speed invested at all, or even actually speed invested to any degree, because it's probably going to be running priority with Thunderclap and being bulky. So I don't see a speedy Bolt this week. So it will actually outspeed that. The Earth Power heavily threatens that. And as a lead, this thing actually is basically free into everything. He doesn't have anything that wants to come into a potential Steam Eruption. The closest being Reuniclus, because Reuniclus doesn't mind a burn because it's got possibly Magic Guard, and it's not a physical attacker. But just about everything else can't really come in without taking a risk. Heatran basically gets flatlined by this thing unless it is running a Assault Vest, but I don't think it's running Assault Vest, or it's running Berry, which would be big brains. It's like, well, he's probably going to be expecting Shukaberry or Shukaberry or Air Balloon on the Heatran, so I'm going to go with Berry against the Volcanion, does body that. You know what to do if he does that? You know what? Big brain move on his part. But Earth Power flatlines it, Steam Eruption also flatlines it, so he can't really switch things in without pretty substantial risk. And I'm expecting the Palafin to be his lead call, because until Palafin goes into Kieran, it's basically a 5v6. So I think Palafin's going to lead, and he's either going to immediately flip turn out, and I don't think he is going to even go flip turn. I think he's just going to hard switch, because I can just bring in Volcanion, and then I trap him there, and it's like, well, I just got Volcanion in for free. So I don't think he's going to be flip turning at the start, but I think he's going to go lead Palafin, hard switch. That's the reason I put the 2 sand weak, the 2 water weak things right at the top to make him think, maybe I go lead Palafin and I force that thing out. And if I can get a burn on something like that Rhyperior, if I could burn that Meowscarada, I could burn that Palafin. Like, game is already much more favorable in our favor. Hayes is there if he goes bulk up on Palafin. Potentially if he goes for a Rock Polish on the Rhyperior, which also kind of is helpful because he actually has to run potentially Jolly on the Rhyperior this week with a lot of speed investment if he wants to Rock Polish outspeed Tornadus, which gives minimal special defensive investment, but better yet, he can't possibly run Adamant, which increases my overall survivability. It also doesn't really do too well against the Rillaboom. Rillaboom kind of eats it against most things, and it can't really break through the Rillaboom. That's good. Rillaboom is a fairly standard Rillaboom with the exception of the Endure. That is there for Meowscarada. Meowscarada's best move for hitting Rillaboom is Triple Axle, or potentially U-turn, or potentially Knockoff, but I think overall he'd probably want to go for Triple Axle or the U-turn on it. And if I go for Endure, even though Triple Axle would take me down to 1 HP, provided it hits all 3 times, I take half of Meowscarada's HP. Grassy Glide on grassy terrain into an Ice-type Meowscarada actually takes over 57% of its HP at minimum, unless he is bulk invested, either with HP or any amount of defense. That is big, because what that means is if he gets the 3 hits on Triple Axle, he has to either hard switch out, or he's keeping it in there because he doesn't expect Grassy Glide is going to take it out. But that's the thing. It does take it out. It basically flatlines Rillaboom. Rillaboom has very little utility after that point, but taking out Meowscarada as a trait is very important. The only issue is that if it doesn't hit all 3 times, or if he doesn't go for Triple Axle, that's a bit of a problem. If he has protective pads on it, that also is a little bit dangerous for me, but I think realistically, pads is better for me, as it means I know he is not Life Orb, I know he's not Banded, I know he's not Choice Scarf, which gives me a much more workable situation. So even if that plan doesn't work, it gives me better outs against everything else. So also, I think if it doesn't even have Life Orb, actually, I don't think it actually gets Rillaboom's HP down that low enough. Because I was thinking things like, okay, what about like Citrus Rillaboom? But then when I looked over the numbers again, I was like, wait, Citrus only recovers 25% HP, and Meowscarada does over 125%, which means I won't even be able to survive it. So yeah, I'd heal, but Meowscarada still takes me down. Knockoff, Grass Glide, and U-turn are basically the same normal things. If I can get that Meowscarada in and stuck against me, I can take it out. Dynamax play. Terra play this week is probably the Houndstone. That's the reason it is Terra Blast. Originally, the plan was actually going to be have a Tornadus and Glaceon on the team, and the Terra play was going to be the Glaceon. But the more I realized, the more I calculated, the more I talked, the more I realized, like, no, the play's got to be Houndstone. Houndstone with Terra Blast. Even without Muscle Band, one-shots Meowscarada, provided Meowscarada is still a Dark type. I survived basically everything it's got. Originally my plan, well, another one of my plans was actually go Fluffy with Safety Goggles. So that way I don't take sand damage, or bluffs the Sand Rush, and Fluffy just shrugs off literally anything you can throw at it. I opted not to do this as I want Sand Rush Houndstone to outspeed Meowscarada unless Meowscarada is Scarfed, which I think that is more important because I want to take that Meowscarada out quick, fast, and in a hurry. It also outspeeds Palafin. Yes, Palafin can still Jet Punch me, but that means it needs to Jet Punch, which Volcanion eats. As long as Volcanion's in play, Palafin has a much harder time putting in work, as that thing can just come in at any time and whip, heal. I've seen historically he has run Flame Body on his Heatran, so I'm hoping he does that this week as well. If he brings the Heatran, because Flash Fire boosted moves would just kind of flatline most of my stuff. Sonic Tantrum is there to just do a lot of damage in general. Poltergeist, same ghost damage. Originally I was going to go with a wide lens, increase Will-O-Wisp, increase Poltergeist, and go play Rough on it. Opted after the decision became hard Terra, Houndstone. I don't need to not do that. We're basically always terastallizing Houndstone, so there's no need not to terastallize it. So we're basically just tearing at that thing immediately. Quick pass in a hurry. And we just have Terra Blast. Muscle Band is there just for a little bit of extra damage. Poltergeist is, again, strong damage, so that's it was when the Terra shifted over to being Houndstone as the hard play, it became no need for play rough, and I can get rid of the lens, though. Still worried, but we ball. Last play is the former hard Terra of the week, which was originally going to be, I was still rolling back and forth, is it going to be Terra Ground or is it going to be Terra Water for Glaceon? Because both offer their big perks. Terra Water gives me a far better matchup against Palafin. Terra Ground just floors Heatran. But after I realized, well, maybe he's going to be going, say, Sugar Berry or Air Balloon. Terra Water is beneficial because it doesn't KO Heatran in one hit, but it does very significant damage. Terra Water also shrugs off any of Heatran's moves. Terra Ground doesn't as well. But the issue is both of those Terras leave me vulnerable to Meowscarada Flower Trick. I can survive a Meowscarada Flower Trick if Meowscarada is Jolly and Life Orb. But if I do Terastallize, but other than that is a 3-shot. Even before Leftovers, by the way. So that's before Leftovers comes in. So that was on the play. Freeze Dry also floors the Meowscarada. Ice Beam is there just a little bit more damage. But overall the plan was I needed Glaceon to take out that Meowscarada, and I can't have it be weak to grass. So that kind of is what shifted the whole needle. Mudshot will take down the Heatran. It won't one-shot the Heatran, but it will do a lot of damage. Water Pulse also does a pretty significant amount of damage. Ice Beam, if he is only running 36 special defense in his Rhyperior, which is from what me and some of my planning prep people helped calculate for me, calculating, that's all he can afford running. So even if he is Solid Rock with only 36 special defense EVs, Ice Beam should one-shot Rhyperior every instance other than one singular damage roll. So if it has any degree of chip damage, it's gone, which that Rhyperior scares me. The two biggest threats this week are that Rhyperior and that Meowscarada, the Meowscarada being the bigger one. But yeah, that's the lineup this week. I am a bit worried. Again, it's a very terrifying team, but it's a Palafin team. It's Palafin Meowscarada. What we ball. I'm not sure what we can really do against that, but we're gonna see if we can. And after that, we are facing a team with Cinderace. So that's just all the Protean news. I mean, hopefully we can get all the Protean news out of the way first, and then, you know, when we get our rematch, and well, not rematches, but if we get into the playoffs, hopefully we don't need to fight them again. Next week is Nova. And Nova is someone that I am a little bit scarified of. The Bermuda Kecleon, they also got Metagross, so we're facing our own mascot next week. It's not going to be fun. But I'll see you guys next time.